Sam and Robin were two stubborn and quarrelsome brothers whose parents were very kind. Their father Tom Richard was a renowned physician in the town, while their mother Sarah Richard was an IT professional who worked hard in her office the whole day. Christmas Eve was near and both the boys insisted on going to visit a famous church in the suburbs of their town. Their parents managed to take them to the church, but on the way Sam and Robin kept fighting over a small chocolate as each one of them desperately wanted to get it. Their parents, who were already upset because of this permanent fighting of their boys, kept trying to convince them not to fight over small things and to stay calm, but the boys paid no attention to their elders. Finally, they arrived at the church, attended the sermon and sang from their holy scripture. The kids felt mesmerized by the grandeur and the calm atmosphere of the church. While leaving, their parents got busy in a light conversation with their friends who were also attending the same church by chance, and they had not seen them for a long time. The naughty boys, in the meanwhile, mesmerized by the Christmas decorations all around the locality, left the church alone and went far from their parents. After some time, they realized that they were lost and started fighting again, blaming each other for their irresponsible behavior. While they both were crying and praying to find their parents in this strange valley full of snow, they heard the jingling of the bells, and they were amazed seeing Santa Claus coming from the sky on his beautiful golden chariot loaded with a whole lot of fancy gifts and colorful lights. Sam and Robert were having mixed feelings of joy and sorrow. Santa came closer to them and said gently, "What is wrong with such cute kids? Why are you crying, darlings?" They hugged Santa and told him the whole story, holding each other responsible for their misfortune. Santa tried to calm them down and invited them to sit in his golden chariot. They both sat in and they all flew over the town. He showed them a poor orphan girl who was crying because she could not afford to buy milk for her younger brother. Santa gave the boys milk and gifts for the girl, and they were amazed to see the girl's miserable condition because they had never witnessed or experienced hunger or deprivation. She was feeling very grateful for getting all those gifts and she smiled wholeheartedly. Next, they flew over the snowy cottages and they saw an old homeless man who was shivering because of the extremely cold weather and had no place to seek shelter. They gave him some hot soup and warm clothes, and he looked very happy and grateful for those precious gifts. Then Santa took them to an old lady who was crying for her sick son because they could not afford to buy medicine for him. Santa took the boys to her cottage and gave her money and the gifts she needed. They kept distributing gifts the whole night, and with every person's misery and thankfulness the boys kept realizing how gifted but thankless they had been throughout their lives. While offering gifts to all the needy people, Santa gave Sam and Robin the most precious gift of their lifetime. He said politely, "I'll take you to your parents now. They must be getting worried about you. But my kids, always remember, kindness is the most precious gift that you can give to other people. And the most deserving people around you are your family members and siblings, whom you should be always kind to." Both the boys looked at each other meaningfully because they had understood that their little fights and problems are completely worthless in front of the real problems people are facing, and hence they resolved to focus on solving the issues of others because they were really blessed. Now Santa dropped them to their parents, who had been crying for their children all through this chilled night sitting outside the church. The boys promised their parents that they would avoid fights in future. They were all very glad on seeing one another once again. Santa gave all of them many gift hampers, but the real gift was the realization about the importance of family, relationships, and kindness.